a bald, white-tanned man in New York, and a hot, curly-haired Frenchman in London. You're listening to Across the Pond with Wyatt and Julien.
Well, you want to get into it or what? I have a call at 3:45, so we should get into it.
Yeah. It's your topic. What I love about your topics is that you give me, like, the name always sounds crazy, and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? It was like, last time was human modification, and I was like, what is he saying? It's just...
You can figure it out.
And this one was flow.
Read the context clues. Yeah, that sounds funny when you say it. I guess most things sound funny when you say it.
Fuck off.
But, yeah, I said flow. I actually very much didn't like how much people talked about. It's such like a buzzy word, and I'm never a fan to go. I'm not one to go with the trends, you know how I am. But reason I bring it up is because two things kind of coincided at once. I was given the book via PDF for free, probably illegally, by my freediving coach in Honduras. She gave me a bunch of books, and like one of them was something Superman, becoming Superman or something like that. I don't know.
Right, look it up, guys. Look it up.
Something like that. And it's about extreme sport athletes and why they're able to accomplish what they are, and like why there's such a, like, compared to other things, such an exponential a rate of growth much higher than other sports, like the improvement, like going from like 10-foot waves, 20-foot waves, 50-foot waves, like in a short amount of time of like people. There's like big wave surfers. But that's what it basically talks through, like what the biology or neurology is behind what flow is, which I can get into. And then I also feel like I had a number of different things on my plate or mind that was sparking creativity. And I was getting back to that state of kind of thinking about creative things and getting like kind of lost in those creative things. And I forgot about the word, and then I was reading the book and I was like, oh, that's what that is. So a simple way to put it is just motivation.
Yeah, just say that. Just you just like rambled for 10 minutes about motivation without saying the word motivation.
Yeah, but it helps us get a longer podcast.
Fair.
Yeah. So that's the topic. And so I guess the conversational points would be what... And it's too simple to say, like, what motivates you, because that's kind of lame. But I think what I want to explore is, when do you feel... Don't give me that face. when do you feel that, like, sense of excitement, or like... Yeah, like there's like the one of like the loss of everything else, of like you're just kind of absorbed in that one thing. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to avoid saying flow. When do you feel that you're like absorbed in that, into one's task, or like how often do you feel that, or is there like a certain task that happens more than others? Go.
I think you should be a professional podcaster because you're great at this. It just made
it wasn't really a question, but
it was more rambling. Okay, yeah, I think I see what you're trying to say. I think there's been times where time would just fly, and to me, I think that's the closest thing to flow that I can think of. So, like, let's say you start doing something, and next thing you know, 4 hours have passed. Now, there's not been that many things for me. I think when I was younger, it was video editing. I think we've spoke about that before. So I would start doing that, and I would just not think about anything else. And then, I would really enjoy it. And time would just fly. There was also coding, but I hate coding. But when I was doing it, again, an hour and a half would go within, it would feel like minutes. So I think it's just being hyper-focused on something, maybe. or having to research something and just trying to like use, because you talk about creativity, but I think actually using logic as well does that. I think that's that effect.
Yeah.
Then I think it kind of depends. Trying to think of like if there's ever been like a workout that I've done that felt like seconds, but I don't think so. I think they always feel like they're right amount of time.
Yeah. So editing, coding.
Yeah, but coding, no, I don't actually enjoy it. So I don't think I could call it flow. I mean, like, I don't know. Because I think when we spoke about this offline before, I told you about the Japanese, what's it called? I can't say it.
The Japanese
people. Just the Japanese people. No, Ikagai, is it?
Ikagai. Wait, did we talk? Did I bring that up? No, did I?
We talked about it offline. It wasn't on the podcast.
Did I bring it up though?
No, I did. Because when you talked about flow, I was like, it reminds me of the book that I read called Ikagai.
Oh, yeah. And
I
was I surprised when you told me that? I was, right?
Well, you said
someone had told me that separately.
That was me.
Go ahead.
No, you said it's not flow. You said it's different. But it's literally what they were saying in the book is that when you do something and you don't realize, you don't see the time passing. That's
not flow.
So what is
Ikigai's not flow. Ikigai is enlightenment almost. But I guess you'd be flowing in enlightenment, right? I only learned about Ikigai like a couple weeks ago, and I was talking to someone about like life paths, and they were like, "Do you know about Ikigai?" And I was like, "Tell me about Ikigai." And they said, he was like, "Yeah, me and my friend, like we check in like every few weeks to see like where we are in relation to our Ikigai."
You should read the book.
So,
have you read it yet?
No, I've seen the diagram.
Yeah, and it's on the book. It's literally the cover. It's the diagram. So you need to read it. There's more to it than the diagram.
Okay.
It is interesting.
Right. I'll put it on the list.
It's not
when you were
read.
Okay. It doesn't feel like I'm going to read it, to be honest. I can feel my inside. It doesn't feel like I'm going to. But if it was in front of me, I would.
Okay, next time in New York, I'll give you the book. There you go.
All right, sounds good. I was actually itching to do karaoke the other day. Today, being that today was that other day. But did you feel flow when you were editing this podcast?
I felt anger when I was doing the best bits one. When I was editing the one from Austin, once I got into the rhythm, it was fine. Just like a couple of hours, went really quickly. Yeah, but it's because I was gonna make you sound like a fool, and that was fun. So that's what motivated me.
And then you think someone, and then you're thinking about someone else laughing, and then you're like the payoff.
Yeah, exactly. That's
really what it is, isn't it? You're ultimately thinking about how other people are going to perceive it, you know?
Yeah, it's just sad.
I don't know. Maybe not.
What about you? What does it for you?
What puts me in flow? I feel like editing this does everything that does I don't want to do initially. I don't really look forward to doing the editing for this, but once I start doing it, it's kind of fun, and like it goes by pretty quickly. And same with so making music too. I'm not a musician by any means. I say that every time because if anyone's listening, like, that guy's not a musician. You're right, I'm not. But if I do play around like the little synthesizer I have, or like on GarageBand, like hours can go by, like it's like seconds even.
And if you guys wonder what that sounds like, just listen to the intros and the outros of this podcast.
Yeah, the better ones are ones when I tried. The worst ones are when I didn't try.
The one last week, I think the outro. Did you sing in it? Was it you doing the R at the end?
No, that would have been cooler. It wasn't. It was like it was just
recorded.
changing the pitch of some choir thing.
All right.
Kind of sounded cool though. It was really quick. It was like 9:30. I was wanting to go to bed. What else? Any time that I think something's gonna be funny and like I have to like build it out, it's like if an idea, if like say, if I was gonna make like a, if I was gonna Photoshop your head onto something that's funny,
Yeah.
like I
Okay.
can just get lost in making that picture or something. Um, I if I am really focused on like a goal, I guess it's like prolonged flow of like I'll be thinking about it the entire day. That's when things are the best when I'm focused on like something and like my mind is like all day is thinking about ways to do that thing or like better ways or different ideas. That's the best. Uh, Exercise wise, I haven't felt like one of those extreme sports type flows. I I definitely do feel great like halfway through a run or something, or like on a bike ride. If I ride a bike for like 2-3 hours, like it'll go by pretty quick.
Yeah, I think
Um,
yeah, cycling is a good one actually. Because running, there was a time where I ran more than 5Ks. I was doing like I once did like 12 or 13, I think. And there was a time in the middle where you just get lost in the running and you kind of forget that you're running. It's weird. I guess that's kind of flow.
yeah,
Do you think it's linked to breathing as well or not?
it probably impacts your breathing rate definitely. Like I know it changes like your how you act biologically, so I'm sure it impacts your breathing. Are you saying does breathing cause it, or are you saying is it affected by
I think I
breathing?
was asking more about breathing causing it, but I guess maybe it's just the effect of it. I don't know.
Maybe both. I mean, when you start breathing heavier, probably different things start happening,
Yeah.
which can put you in like a different state. Another question I had off of this was specifically to motivation. I find basically everything in life. There's like I'll get really really excited about something, and like my mind will be super focused on it, and I'll think of all these different ideas, and like I'm like this is the best thing ever, and then inevitably it'll just go away, whether it's in a few days or a week, and then it's just a slog, and occasionally that feeling will come back, but it's not there for very long, and I don't know if that's just life, and that's just how things are. That you'll have this burst of energy and creativity, and then you just have to push through it until it comes back again, and you just stick with that one thing, or if that's just me, or what do you think? I guess what's your opinion on motivation? Do you feel like it's something that's a nice to have and enjoy it while it's there, but otherwise you just kind of have to put in the work, or do you feel like it's a necessity to do something?
Well, I feel like what you were talking about wasn't necessarily motivation, because I get that quite a lot where I get this grand new idea that I'm going to do something and I get really excited about it and I plan it, I probably pay for it, and within a week I'm like, well, what have I done? Sometimes it doesn't work that way, like with the osteopathy, for instance, like I still don't know if that's what I'm going to be doing like in the long term, but I had this like epiphany of like, oh, this just makes sense and this is what I should be doing, blah blah. But that's happened to me so many times. Like if I told you the amount of jobs that I thought I was going to be doing in my life, it'd be insane. Like I thought I was going to be a teacher, I thought I was going to be a video editor, everything that you can think of. I probably thought I was going to do it, and I got that instant like impulse of like wanting to do it, researching it, like spending hours looking at all the different universities, different schools, thinking this is the best idea ever, and like it just made sense, and like I can't believe I didn't realize before, and then it just like wears off. So I don't know. I don't know if it comes from like motivation, or I don't know if maybe it's like constantly seeking for something new. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I think that's like there's that novelty seeking aspect. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like something that like when people have that feeling that you had, like I have as well. But are there people that like I guess you can look at it as like are there people that are more susceptible to the highs and lows of that? So like maybe like drug addicts, that's why they become addicts to certain things. Like they have to chase that feeling, and then there's people that have better resolve, or maybe they're not like they don't get the same peak that other people have, so they're able to just continue to work towards that one thing and not jump around.
I think it could also just be that you haven't found your flow yet, or like the right thing just yet that will give you that like constant, not motivation, just more like the just enjoying what you do every day until the end of your life kind of thing. I think some people are lucky they're born with it and they know straight away. Like my brother's a hairdresser, he loves it. He's always loved it. From like being a kid to like now being 34, he's still doing it. My dad's a chef. He only realized when he was in his 30s that's what he wants to do, and he's been doing it since then. So I think when you do find that thing that you can do for hours without realizing you're doing it, then you don't really need motivation. I think it's just there because you get the flow.
Do you think your brother, if he wasn't a hairdresser, he would have found something else that he could have done forever? Do you think that's the type of person he is?
No, I think he wanted to be a singer when he was younger as well. That was his other dream. I don't think it's a personality thing. I think we're both in industries that don't fulfill people. Like I think some people maybe are passionate about marketing, and I think actually I met someone who did study marketing and ended up doing marketing and they love it. It's not my case personally, and I think that's why I'm still trying to find other things maybe to do in back end, like at weekends and evenings and stuff.
Yeah. I'm not necessarily saying, I wasn't really necessarily referring to like, the work doing now. I don't know, I was passionate about. Marketing is really just like a way to promote a brand. So like marketing for yourself is marketing. Like, and I'm all for marketing myself, but like helping someone else do their marketing, that could be like, if you really are into the process of it or something like that, could be actually a good way to reframe it. But I was thinking, damn, I lost my train of thought. That's the worst.
Come on, Mr. Hot Single, you can figure it out.
What was I saying? Oh, I was saying, yeah, like the current job, like I was incredibly motivated and like flowy for the first couple of years. And it's because like I wanted to accomplish like personal goals. I didn't necessarily need to be invested in like what the overall product was, but like it was a facilitator for me. So like I cannot be interested in like the thing that like we're doing, but I can still be motivated to reach goals through that thing. I think now, like, I mean, if you want to talk like the work fulfillment aspect, I just don't feel like I have those goals, and I think that's what it is. But I think like they said, like finding the thing, I don't think there's ever gonna be one thing that like, especially for me, of like I can just do this forever. Like there has to be things that I'm trying to accomplish. And I'm very much like, I like to do things that are extravagant, for lack of a better word.
But if I was to remove the financial aspect of like, let's say you didn't need money anymore, and like you could do whatever you want of your days, I think what I'm guessing you would do is you probably work out every day. You probably go somewhere near the beach and you probably go swimming or like scuba diving, whatnot. That's the things you would do, and probably do karaoke in the evening. I don't think you go and sell stuff personally. So that's probably
not
where your flow is. That's the things things you would do with, yeah.
Yeah. But I also like, I think if you gave me like, say $1 billion today, yes, I would not go sell software. I would probably go climb a mountain or something like that. And that's like, yeah, that would be more, but that's also, so like doing sales, you're working towards like financial goals or like goals to getting $1 billion is like not realistic. So that's like, it's hard to like have that as a scenario. But like the reason like you're doing the work to like move up the ladder and make more money is like, yeah, financial goals. And that's rewarding me that I worked this hard to get this. Like you're working to get that satisfaction. Like I earned this. I think if you just gave me $1 billion, I'd be pretty excited. But I don't think I would ever have like a satisfaction of like I earned this money. I would love it. And I'll go do other things that I did earn. but not the money aspect. But then, and then also you're like by your peers, you see their appreciation or them being impressed by you moving up the ladder, doing things well. Like that's motivating. And that would definitely be like part of the reason why I would go do other things. I had $1 billion. Like it'd be cool to go climb a huge mountain and have people be impressed. And this personally reward of it as well. Other people being impressed. But I don't really know what the central the reason. Each sentence that I'm saying, I agree with what the message is, but I don't know what caused me to start saying it. So it's hard for me to gather my thoughts right now. I think what I'm trying to say is that ultimately,
Please, longer gaps between words. Longer gap between words, please.
Ultimately,
Are you flowing right now? Well, actually, I've got a question because you talked about life parts before. What do you mean by that? What was that conversation we had with someone about life parts that led you to Ikagai?
it was when I was leaving Honduras, and we were on the ferry. It was another dude who was a freediving instructor, and then his friend was there, who fell off a scooter and scraped his leg and was not able to dive because of risk of infection, which I thought was a bit much. But he looked like he had some big ears. But they were both, they were the two, they were friends from college. He was his best man at his wedding. And they were the ones who talk to each other regularly. So talk about where they want to be, like where they are today, what they're good at, who they're good at making, what's a way for them to make money, aligning that in the Ikagai space. But that's how it came up. They were talking about their dreams and goals and all that stuff. And then just kind of naturally into there. No. But it's a fun word to say. I think motivation for me is this is where I keep getting stuck. This is where my brain keeps pausing at this point. Because I think I'm struggling to articulate it. Because I think a lot of what I do is for recognition. If no one was there to see it, there's a vacuum outside my door right now, and it's gonna really pick up on this mic. But if there's no one there to see it, it would mean nothing to me. It wouldn't, I'll think of things that are funny all the time, and if I don't have someone to send it to, I'll feel a depression in me. So people say, do it for yourself. Screw that. Let's do it for other people. Do it yeah. It's not fun if there's no one else there to see it. That's it. That is huge. Without doing a bit or if there's no one there, why am I doing this? What's the point?
Okay. So when you go and do karaoke by yourself in the bar, you're doing it for the...
I'll sing in my shower and I'll practice a song and I'll feel that I'll really, really enjoy that. But I know I'm enjoying it because I'm perfecting it, and then when I sing it in karaoke, people are gonna be like, "Damn, dude, know what's crazy? I remember I had that that injury-ish thing, freediving, the throat thing. Remember?
The bronchioles, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I feel like I can't sing as well. I don't know if something happened. I don't know if it's in my head or but it feels like I can't get as deep in my chest.
What, you hold the notes? You can't...
I feel like I was getting really good at you mentioned the singing from your diaphragm. I felt a lot of vibration here. Mm-hmm. But now it feels nasally again. I feel nasally again. And I don't know. I'm having trouble getting back.
Have you got a cold as well, maybe? Have you had a cold lately or something? That will impact it. I feel when I get a cold, I can sing really high notes, but they don't stay. They just go after the cold is gone.
No, I haven't had a cold. I don't know. I might just be in my head, but I don't know. I just feel like it's not. It feels like it's sitting here and not here. I just made a point to my nose and my chest.
Yeah, so apparently to practice, you have to, I think you need to be standing up first of all, but also you can like sort of like bend down a bit, and that will make you use your diaphragm more. So you can practice that way. So
All right, I'll try and get it back.
Yeah.
I had it for a while. I could sing stroke songs really well. Yeah.
I thought these guys are mainly like falsetto, no? Or is it all like a lot of...
Julien transcends ranges.
Okay, well...
He actually does. If you like, he will hit the highest of highs and like the lows. Not the lowest of lows, but he'll hit real low. But he can hit some high highs. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's a guy
It's really, that's the key of a good singer is the transition aspect. Like how they can transition from high to low.
Yeah, you know who's insane at this? Do you know Panic at the Disco?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's called Brandon Urie. He's really good at this. He goes really, really high as well, and he's really good at going from one register to the other seamlessly.
Yeah. It's so impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if I went back and trained as a child if I could do it. Probably not. You're kind of stuck with your vocal cords, aren't you?
Don't, because maybe like what you're lacking is technique and not range. Because you can increase your range, I think, from like learning the technique properly and stuff.
Yeah. Dude, I had it for a little while. I had it and I lost it.
It will come back. Don't worry. Don't
Just
worry.
Yeah. Should we start wrapping up?
Yeah. Should we? Do you want a belt? It's wrap up time.
Definitely not in this state. Dude, there's this. Do you know sports? There's this guy, Joe Buck, who's like a really famous American announcer. Well, anyways, there was like a period of time where like people were like, dude, this guy has like no energy, no excitement. Like it was like the World Series, like a rock off home run. Is that right? Yeah, walk off home run. And he's like, we will see you tomorrow night. And it's like, come on, Joe, show some energy. But apparently he got hair transplants and there was like an infection or like a rejection of the host, whatever. And he got like a massive like illness and like he almost lost his vocal cords or like his ability to speak or something. And like that's what it was. And, like he was severely damaged vocal cords. So maybe that's what I have.
It's just okay. Bit dramatic.
But I didn't try and get hair transplant. But it's possible to have an injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, never.
Yeah, any like surgery is a hazard. Right, should we harmonize on wrap up time? 5, 4.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's wrap up time.
Time.
The first time we ever did
It's time.
It was perfect somehow. And ever since, we've not been able to do it. Even like when we were in the same room together, it's not worked.
No, should have really appreciated that first time.
Yeah, we should have done.
Wrap up time.
Wrap up.
You gotta wrap up since it was my topic.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I had to pay attention.
Yeah,
I had to pay attention.
I zoned out because, yeah. Anyway, so by flow, Wyatt just meant something like between motivation and Ikagai, but he also said different things. Wyatt's gonna go to a Hinge party because he's a hot single.
That potentially getting cut out of this.
Well, I've mentioned it enough times that it's going to be a nightmare for you to go back and having to edit it out, so I think you're going to have to keep it now.
Yeah.
You'll never know.
You're welcome. What else? Things that motivate you are people looking at you, I guess.
People looking at me? No.
Well, having
perception.
Yeah, having an audience, basically, kind of.
Yeah.
All the things that give you the flow, if that's how you say it.
Give you the flow.
Give you the flow. You actually hate doing them. Like, editing this podcast. But once you start doing it, time does go really quickly. What else did you say?
I went on a bit of a rambling tangent.
Plural tangents.
Tangents. I had trouble articulating what motivates me, and then I kind of came back around. You are motivated by video editing and coding because you're a nerd, and
that's right.
Not really exercise, but you think cycling is pretty good, and you're just not into marketing. Just not for you.
Yeah, let's open with that next time because that's what I do for a living, so it's great.
Yeah. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it was a good wrap up.
Wrap up time. I just got the app Hinge, the Hinge app.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone just liked me on it, and they wrote a message and said, "We're throwing a party for hot singles in New York, and would love for you to be there." And I thought of that's such a nice message. I was like, this is awesome. Not that I want to go to the party or not, but I'm like that I qualify is great. and then I accepted and I said my thanks, and she sent me the details, and it was a partyful thing, but they're renting out a bar in Brooklyn, but it's a $20 cover. So I'm like, are you just trying to get people to pay you money?
Probably.
Is that what this is? Is it? And maybe I'm not hot at all. Maybe I'm just a sucker.
Yeah, that was sent to everyone.
For suckers in New York.
Yeah. Well, she
it's
found one.
It's gonna be a bunch of dudes. No, but it was for a moment. It was nice. I mean that they wouldn't invite ugly people. They probably would actually. They probably would totally invite ugly people because they would be the ones most likely to pay.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn. Oh, what a change. Anyways, we can cut this out.
Yeah, doesn't make you sound great. So.
Or it does. I don't know. I think it was genuine. Maybe I'll write it back and be like, "Am I actually hot?"
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good follow up. You should do that.
Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna come, but let's be honest here.